Hey everybody, it's Christine Ernst, the Fat Ass Cancer Bitch, coming to you from the Cozy Writing Cottage here in Sandwich, Massachusetts. It is January 10th, after the first full week of a new year. Holy shit. What a week. Here in my house, however, it has been a big week because Michael had foot surgery on Thursday, his left foot, that will render him non-weight bearing for the next 8 weeks. Our small, cluttery, cozy home filled with scatter rugs and small hassocks and cat toys and other traffic hazards has been de-obstacleized. The guest room bed is lower than our bed, so he will sleep there for the duration, also because he's got to sleep on his back and he snores when he sleeps on his back. So he's going to sleep in the guest bed for now. There is an aluminum and plastic chair in the shower. See also the walker, the crutches, the expensive, definitely risky, possibly sketchy peg leg knee crutch contraption, only $179 on Amazon. The scooter, the fancy leg pillow, the backrest pillow, the other backrest pillow, the 7 other pillows, the big Ziploc bag of meds, the chart to manage the frequency of Advil and Tylenol and oxycodone and arnica and vitamin D and baby aspirin, the stack of New Yorkers, the surgically sliced apple, the thermos of coffee, the barbecue skewer to scratch his leg beneath the bandages, the book of New York Times crossword puzzles, and the ocarina I gave him for his birthday on Wednesday. And the matching instructional songbook. He should be able to play The Yellow Rose of Texas by this time next week. The living room couch is command central for now, and his Netflix queue is packed with dystopian sci-fi shows and Quentin Tarantino films. Now, all that was the easy part. Here we go for 8 weeks non-weight bearing, poor guy. It's okay now, though, especially since the pain block has not worn off yet. Most importantly, though, he will walk eventually without pain. This was a much delayed procedure put off by cortisone injections that finally failed and will vastly improve his quality of life, which is a great way to start any year. Also, Julia made supper last night and will come to the dump with me today. And as much as I will miss sleeping next to Michael in our bed, I'm going to sleep like a baby for the next 2 months. So there's that. And it was good to have something else to focus on this week amidst the news of tyrants and bullies, the news of grifters and con artists, of attack dogs, of a good woman murdered, shot in the head in an SUV filled with stuffed animals by a hired hater in a mask while she basically attempted a 3-point turn on a chilly morning in Minneapolis. She leaned out the window in her gray plaid jacket and her red hoodie and her brown knit cap, the uniform of every school drop-off mom everywhere. I imagine she hugged her 6-year-old a few minutes earlier. Bye. I love you. Make good choices. She leaned out the window toward her killer and said reasonably, kindly, smiling, "I'm not mad at you." A good woman shot in the head moments later. Now, after a decade of low points, nadir after nadir after nadir since 2016, surely this is rock bottom. Wait, no, surely this is rock bottom, right? No, now certainly this must be the lowest of low points. Come on, man, how much worse can it get? This must be the nadir of nadirs. No, seriously, not yet. And over the years, watch us turn disgusted and afraid, our liberal snow globe Ivy League elitist smugness necessarily abraded to helpless outrage, flailing disbelief. Being right has gotten us nowhere. As facts become theories, as history becomes malleable, as science acquires air quotes, as every good and true thing gets translated into meaninglessness by greed and bloodlust. But this particular low point, at this particular time, in this particular new year, perpetrated against this particular good woman in this particular city, perhaps has struck the bottom at last, has struck the carborundum of truth, has struck the durable flint of a nation's integrity. galvanized, helpless, outraged, flailing disbelief to meaningful action. I think a good woman might save the world. So it's been a week. Last night I stayed late at work. I had an art opening, and I had the great privilege to hug so many people that I had not seen there in a very long time. This gives me hope. There was a little boy there, and he he was the only little kid at the whole thing. It was all grown-ups at this member show, and he was drawing, and he was laughing, and he was meeting people. And as we were all leaving finally at 7, he came into my office as I was packing up my stuff, and I was showing him around my little office, which looks a lot like this little writing cottage. I'm kind of a maximalist. There was a ton of stuff on the wall, and I had my bulletin board behind me, and there was an empty spot in the middle of it because I'd recently taken down some photos, and he asked if he could put his name tag there. And he peeled it off, and we put it right in the center of my bulletin board to remind me to look at the world through 6-year-old eyes again. This morning in writing gym, we were joking about our Netflix queues because I was talking about Michael's, and I asked everyone, what's in your queue? And Carolyn wrote a lovely piece where she decided that hope is in her queue. So hope's in the queue. There's a name tag on my bulletin board that says Ziggy. That will remind me every day as I walk into my office to look at the world through his eyes. And Michael's going to walk without pain in a couple of months. So overall, things are looking up. I hope you all had a good week too. If you need to talk, reach out. I'm still waiting on my calendar. Jen, it's not your fault. There's been illness and so much happening. I'm anxious to maybe present that to you guys next week. Because you are beloved. You can come as you are. I hope you find delight today. That's the mission, right? Find delight today. Go talk to a 6-year-old, please. Go get yourself a fucking ocarina. Learn an old folk song or two. Put hope in your queue, because now is the time. And since you're beloved and you can come as you are, and you're going to find delight today, it's okay to do hard things. We're in this together. I'll see you next week.